Hello, my loves. Welcome to Weekday Wanderlust. Weekday Wanderlust serves you bite-sized tips for mindset shifts and business management strategies to get your life in alignment with the travel lifestyle that you really want to live. So, to take your life from its current state to the life that you envision for yourself, there's going to be some things that we need to change along the way, right? So, let's start implementing so we can start traveling. This week, we are talking about how to find your strengths and use them. I'm really big on acknowledging your strengths and your gifts. So, this week, I wanted to take some time out to talk about how to evaluate your strengths and weaknesses. So, one of the questions that I ask all of my clients is, what do you think your strengths are? And about a good 20% of them are not able to give me an answer. Every one of you has gifts and skills that make up your strengths. In some cases, people have been reminded so much of their limitations that they fail to remember that they have an inner genius. So, there are numerous ways to evaluate your strengths and weaknesses, but we're only going to cover a few of them today. And these techniques will really help you evaluate them as objectively as possible. So, you want to ask yourself these 5 questions. Number one, what do you do every day? Most people tend to spend time on the things that they like to do more than the things that they don't like to do. And it's often the struggle between the two that causes strife, not the actual activity. So if you find yourself easily making time for activity A, but avoiding activity B, then that's going to tell you something. People gravitate towards the things that they're naturally good at doing. Number two, what do other people think you do? The people around you likely have an opinion about what you're good at and what you're not good at. Usually, they have an idea in their minds about what they think you do all day long. Ask them. Ask them if you have a best friend or a sibling. It can really help you truly identify what others think of you and what they think that you're good at. Sometimes what people believe you're good at is a little different from your own opinion. So it doesn't mean that you're wrong, but if that happens, you should try to objectively identify why there's a difference in perception. Number three, what do other people say about you? What people think you do and what they say about you are two different things. For example, maybe they think you're painting all day long, but they still think you're a horrible painter. So just because they see you as doing something particular with your days doesn't mean they think you're good at it. So you need to question people about that and tell them it's okay to tell you the truth because it's about your personal development. Number four, what do you like to talk about? Usually most people find themselves talking about the things that they're good at and the things that they love to do. Now, occasionally you find yourself focusing on negativity and talking about the things that you dislike or that you hate or that you're failing at. Those things can be important to note too, but if something makes you feel especially good, then you're likely good at it and you like it. That's very important. Number five, what is one mistake that you keep repeating? Often you realize that you do the same thing over and over, including your mistakes. And this can usually be traced back to insisting on doing things that just aren't natural to you. As long as these things aren't really a part of the 4 elements, physical, mental, spiritual, and social, that you need for succeeding at what you desire, you can let go of these weaknesses, thus avoiding more mistakes. So, when you ask yourself these 5 questions, take notes so that you can recognize a pattern and themes in your life. It's likely that you'll clearly see both your strengths and your weaknesses within these answers. So, the 5 questions that you want to ask yourself: what do you do every day? What do other people think you do? What do other people say about you? And what is one mistake that you keep repeating? I hope these tips were helpful for you. I'll see you tomorrow for another edition of Weekday Wanderlust, where we're talking about how to identify your strengths. Take care.